It's 5:00. Showtime. If I can find it. Hello, Bronco fans, football fans, and Avalanche fans. We'll get into that in just a minute. Welcome to the Welcome to the Avalanche Buzz Justice Show tonight on the MHRT Network. Spence, kick us off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Avalanche fans? No, I'm saying Bronco fans. Welcome to Broncos Buzz, also known as Avalanche Buzz, on this mysterious May day here as we approach Memorial Day holiday weekend. This is a show that focuses on Broncos football, except when Bill gets fast excited about hockey playoffs and we have to make a quick detour, U-turn, left, outbound turn, roundabout, lost in space, certified, blah, 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 blah. That's all, folks. Type of change around. We look forward to discussing the Broncos more and more, but tonight we're going to focus on the Avalanche, football, and his comments, my comments, your comments in the chat. This is Broncos Avalanche Buzz. Bill, that is a mouthful.
I know that I did not. I know I didn't cue you in on this because it happened like literally like within an hour before the show. And the main reason why, guys, is twofold. One, obviously the Avalanche are playing tonight as we speak. The game is about ready to start in the next 5 minutes. I have it on the TV here. I'll be commenting. Second thing is because there really isn't a whole lot of Bronco news, but we have a lot of NFL news. We have a lot of NFL news around the NFL in particular, involving topics that I know I'm going to get heated about. I know Spence is going to have comments about. And we have other team news as well as a jackass of the week. So I just thought I would change it up a little bit, kind of make it a little bit of fun. And, don't think, guys, we did not change the name. We did not change the name. As you can see in the background, still says right up there, it still says Bronco Buzz. So we're all good, dude. It's just for tonight, just for tonight. Spence, before we get started, how was your week? I can see you said it has a long weekend celebration. What's going on?
Well, my son and his major baseball Little League team won their Little League championship game last night. Son came in as the closer. They were up 8-2 with 2 runners on, got 3 outs, including the final out, which on a pitch was a line drive smash, right hit back to him, and he quickly reacted, caught it, did a mad celebration.
That was an awesome video you sent, dude. Thank you so much. That was cool.
Yeah, I am ecstatic. I'm happy. But I'm now also going to be busier than more normal because now he goes to Tournament of Champions and he goes to All-Stars. So next week we have All-Star practice Tuesday, Tournament Champion practice Wednesday, All-Star practice Thursday, Tournament Champion practice Friday, have Tournament Champion baseball games on Saturday and Sunday. Then next week,
wow, man. Yeah,
the things we do for our kids.
Exactly. And you know what? I don't know. I'm just going to preface this. I don't know where he's going to end up in the future. But how many times have you heard people say that they were thankful for their mom and their dad for allowing them to chase their dreams and driving them here and taking them there and going to their practices, all that. That is what parents do. Does it always come to fruition? Not always. But you know what? You never, ever know. You never know. And I think that's a great thing. And you know what else is great, Spence, is the gratitude that and the feeling that you get. That's what's cool. That's the feeling that you get is watching him succeed, watching him do well, and sharing in his passion and sharing in his in excitement and joy. I've heard a lot of people say that, well, they're living vicariously through their kids' success. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe that is true. But you know what? It's also gratitude. It's also gratitude and seeing their expressions and their joy and living that energy and passion with them. I think that's cool.
Yeah, my son loves, you know, sorry, got a bug here that I just cannot get rid of. My son loved basketball when he was 8 and 9. We got him started in baseball at 9 and 10. And he has told me now, he's like, Dad, I don't want to play basketball anymore. I just want to focus on baseball. I'm like, because that's what we do as parents. We throw our
Yep.
kids in every single sport,
Mhm.
hoping that one sticks. And
Yep.
baseball's gonna stick with him. And
That's good. That's
now
good.
now my wife this week got her car detailed and everything, and she's like, "Oh, the season's over. We don't have to go to the dirt field anymore." I went, "No, we got to go for more practices, more games." She's like, "Well, I just got the car detailed." I'm like, "Come on, honey."
Yeah. Yep. That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. All right. Before we get to the chat and before we get into the first topic, we wanted to thank Slugger Golf once again for sponsoring tonight's show. The owner is Jeff Call. And I'm going to be showing you this item for the last time because he wants to change up. He wants me to show a baseball glove head cover next Friday.
Ooh.
So here's this one, which is the Wilson NFL.
Ooh.
Make sure you can see it. NFL head cover. The felt insert is so it's so soft, guys. It is so soft, man. It's like a baby's butt. It really is. It's really nice. And then on this side, you've got the NFL with the old, not the old, but the old, I guess the older commissioner, retired commissioner, Paul Tagliabue. And then we have where it says official. You got the laces on top. Guys, let me bring up his, so I don't screw this up. I think I'm going to screw it up. Here it is. Let me bring up the QR code as well as the message section where it says type in Broncos Buzz in the message section after you go in the QR code and check out all the merchandise. He does head covers for every single golf club you have. Everyone. He'll even do putters. He'll do putters. He'll do mallets. He'll do blades. He'll do driver, 3-wood, 5-wood, irons, whatever you guys would like. He will do it from a soccer ball, from a baseball glove, from a hockey glove, from a football, obviously. So check it out, guys. I know you won't be disappointed. Father's Day is around the corner on June. So check it out. Graduation's coming up. Maybe you have somebody who's graduating college that's into golf, whatever. You don't have to be into golf. You can just say, hey, can you make this into a wallet? He does wallets. He does. I got a little wallet right here that he did.
Oh,
look at this. A little pocket wallet where you slide your cards. Well, other side, Bill. Slide your cards in here, and you can put your ID part in here, whatever. It's not, you can slide your money in or whatever. But if you look at it, it's right there. It's the genuine deer tan leather. But this came from, I believe, it came from a glove, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, yeah, he made that. And guys, he just go there, send him an email or whatever, ask him, hey, can you make this? Can you make that? Whatever. And he will definitely get back to you. Definitely get back to you. Guys, we're going to keep this up here for the first topic. So do check that out. Please do check it out. It supports him and he supports the show. We really do greatly appreciate it. All right.
You know what, Bill?
But,
we should see if we could get a copy of a wallet or a picture of a wallet that has the Broncos insignia on it.
Ooh, nice.
If we can do that. I know there's trademark issues you might have to get through, but if he could do that and we could show it on the show, I bet a bunch of people would be very interested in that.
Absolutely. I will. Well, I'm going to see him on Thursday. I'm seeing him on Thursday at the golf course because I'm going to trade in this football head cover for a baseball glove head cover. So I will definitely mention that to him. Great idea, man. Great idea. All right, you want to go down the list of the comments?
Yeah, let's check in. Brad, good to hear from you. Good Friday Avs buzz with the best Avs Bronco host in the podcast game today with your host Bronco, Av, Bill, and King Spence. Let's get going. Much love, my brothers.
That's good, man. That's good.
I can't say Av Spence. I can't.
I know you can't, dude. I know you can't. Because you don't even say Avs. You say Northeast, which is not even.
Well, yeah, hey, that's how I knew them. So, and he follows up also, Bill, game 1 loss to Vegas was a fluke. Tonight we tied up. Number sign, let's go Avs.
That's called hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag let's go Avs.
So before we get into the first topic, just to comment on what he said was a fluke. Avalanche came out flat. They absolutely came out flat, and it was absolutely pathetic. They have to play with intensity tonight, and they got to play like they want to win. Graham says, "Go Avs, go!" I agree. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. This is a little spin-off of. It's fun. It's really good. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the very first topic. We have football, guys. We have a lot of football news. This is not about the Avalanche. I just thought it would be totally fun to do something a little different. All right. Are you ready for this, guys? The NFL is going to start sooner this year than ever before. July? No, not months, not month-wise, day-wise. Here it is. The 2026 season will mark the first time in the NFL to begin its season. The NFL's appetite for weekday primetime games continues to expand. Don't be surprised if this continues forward. What are we talking about? The game's going to start on Wednesday. It's going to be a Wednesday night kickoff, a Thursday night game, a Friday night game, and a Sunday full slate, Sunday night and Monday night. You think the NFL wants to dominate the networks? Of course they do. Why? Money. And we'll get into that topic in just a little bit because this is going to totally, possibly, seriously, I'm not making this up. You guys can look it up. This will totally, I should not say totally, this will possibly change the way we view sports down the road because of what the NFL wants to do. It's not pretty, guys, but it's the NFL.
Shift of games moving over to exclusive
hey,
platforms
what
like
the?
Netflix and Amazon.
Hey, shut up. That's my topic. What the heck?
No, hey, but no, this is a great move by the NFL. Excellent move because what is really going on in the sports world? You don't have any golf. You got preseason hockey. I don't know if you have preseason basketball yet. Soccer's not an issue. NFL is just coming aboard. There's Major League Baseball games, but more than half the teams are out of playoff contention. So yawn fest there. Take advantage of the exposure. Get yourself more viewers on a night that's hump day. Hey, you want to get closer to the weekend, get some exposure? Works out great. Hey, I am all for this. I will say this. It works because it's a week and a half between the last preseason game and the start of it. So for those two teams, and possibly the Thursday night game that's in Australia, they could come back and play in that next Thursday game and still have a full week off. So I can see how the NFL is trying to set things up. They want to have more Thursday night games, but they don't want to complicate the lack of rest for the players. So I agree with this Wednesday start, get more exposure. The thing that bothers me is, okay, are we going to start on a Wednesday? Then next season we start on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then we're going to have not the overkill. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm not a fan of because I respect high school football, but is high school football, are they starting yet? This is the first Friday after Labor Day, so I don't know if there's actual high school games. I know they're not on Saturday because that's all college football. Sunday, great exposure, great start to the season, and they're going to kick it off on a Wednesday. I love it.
Yep.
Gives us something to watch during the middle of the week when we're all trying to get our kids indoctrinated back into school.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Totally agree. Where'd I go for that? Oh, God, where I went to go take that off. Is that it? Oh, that's not it. Hang on. I'll figure it out.
Well, while he's doing that, but I'm curious of you guys, would you like to see
there it is.
Tuesday games? Would you like to see Monday game? You can't have a Monday game because that's Labor Day and that's college football. But then you got the Tuesday after Labor Day, you got the Wednesday after Labor Day, the traditional Thursday night start. Curious what you guys think. And we'll start with Victory Lap. Yo fellas!
What is up?
And he is
says, just off work.
Just off work. Nice. Well, get the full beer and join us.
And Graham says it's Stanley Cup time. Totally beats NFL off season.
Amen
I
to
totally
that.
agree. Well, as long as my Avalanche are in the playoffs, then I care about the playoffs of the Stanley Cup. But if they're not in it, I don't really care.
I'll tell you this. I'm more intrigued, even though I have no interest. I'm much more intrigued about NHL playoff than NBA by far.
Oh,
it's not even close.
Can't stand basketball. I just don't like basketball. I'm sorry. I get into March. What?
Victory Lap's got to wait until Saturday to have a drink. Okay, that's fine.
I get into March Madness because it's college and they're playing for their school and their pride, and it's one and done kind of thing. So I always cheer for the underdog, type of game. But I can't get into pro, man. I just can't get it.
Oh no, I cannot stand pro basketball at all. I mean, the NBA game right now is 4 guys go off to the side behind the 3-point line. 1 guy's behind the 3-point line. He dribbles between the legs, behind his back, make these crazy moves, does a fall-away 3-pointer. If he makes it, he acts like he cures cancer. If he misses it, he jumps up and down, whines like a little baby until he gets a foul call. And I cannot stand the game because every time the whistle is blown, it's a foul or a travel or something. But the crying and the complaining, enough.
Yeah, I agree. Brad has a question for you. Want to go ahead and read it?
Yeah. Hey, Spence, I have a great idea to make sure that Bill gets the idea that this is a Broncos channel. A Vikings jar, he has to put some money in it every time he mentions the Vikings. Well, Bill better get a roll of $20 bills. Get going right now.
We have a lot of Viking topics.
I know. That's why I'm wondering if this is Broncos buzz or Vikings by vibrations.
Well,
or Viking vibrations.
We're bringing in different topics that are relevant to what's happening when the Broncos news is not very relevant right now. So that's why
prevalent.
That's what we're bringing. Huh?
But
Prevalent.
Brad
Okay.
still loves you. Brad still loves you. Oh, we're feeling the love, Brad.
Thank you. Group hug. All right. Now, speaking of the Vikings, this is indirectly.
Here we go.
This
Get
is
that dollar bill going.
This is indirectly, not directly, Vikings, although it's Minnesota. NFL team owners have approved the 2028 NFL draft will be held in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minnesota will be the 12th different place to host a draft since 2015. Washington, D.C. will host the 2027 NFL draft. Spence, do you like the fact that they change venues? And speaking of Minnesota, upper north of the country, April's cold weather, or is it not so much in Minnesota? And does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter. I think for Minnesotans, it's springtime weather. Yeah, it might be cold for us Southern California people or us Colorado people. I love the cold. But you know what? I'm happy that the NFL gets it out of New York City where it's traditionally been and gets other fan bases directly involved in organizing, putting it together. And look at what they had in Pittsburgh. They had reportedly up to 100 to 200,000 people attending the event. You're not going to get that in the old New York City, downtown New York City, and be able to get everybody in there. I like it.
Well, you in New York, you have that every night after midnight. I mean, there's people in the stand. I know what you're saying, but you're right. It affords other cities to have their team represented.
And basically it is, you know how they have these meetings, these off-season meetings for the ownership meetings, for the general manager meetings, the coaching meeting. This is just an off-season fan meeting where all the fans get together. They get to talk to each other, get to celebrate new players coming in the league together, get to talk a little trash. Hey, you know, but it's fun. And you see the jovialness with everybody involved and having a good time. Now, would I go to it if they had one here in LA? Probably not. If they had one in Denver, count me in.
I was just going to ask you, do you think they will ever have one in Denver?
Oh,
even
absolutely.
with the new stadium. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, once the new stadium is built, they'll figure out a great location for this. Well, actually, how about this? Once the stadium is built and the surrounding areas have been developed, that is when they'll get
all they have to do is have it in the new, quote, Mile High Stadium. I don't know what it's going to be called. I call it Mile High Stadium because it's going to be a dome. Just close it. Perfect.
I know, but you also want to have the surrounding areas open to other people, other businesses getting involved. Did he just hit a goalpost? Looked like he did. Anyways,
did they just score?
No.
Good.
No, the highlights from the last. So I think this is a great idea to go to different stadiums, to go to different cities, to really it's really like a NFL fan convention or a get together.
Absolutely.
I love it. And I think it's a great idea and I hope they do more. But again, if they had it here in LA, would I go to it? No.
No, not much. All right. We continue with the Vikings theme for the second one in a row.
You forgot a zero, Brad. It should be $1,000 in the jar now.
We got more to come. Just saying. So here we go. What? Well, this can't be right. The Minnesota Vikings have signed Terrell Davis.
He's coaching the team now?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Well, in name only. This Terrell Davis is a wide receiver rookie that the Vikings have signed. He's expected to compete for a starting job. Spence, let me ask you this. With the legacy, the career that Terrell Davis of the Broncos, running back, had for his very short but very, very well accomplished career that sent him to the Hall of Fame. Do you think this guy feels any type of pressure by having that same name?
No, not at all. Jeez. Sorry,
That's all right.
Give me a second here. Everybody is texting and calling at the same time. No, I don't think there's any pressure. Now, if it was 2016, 2017, and he came in, you might feel a little pressure, but it's been some time since Terrell Davis retired from the league. So when I first saw this topic, I thought, oh, Terrell Davis is going to be a coach now with the Minnesota Vikings. Then I did the research and I'm like, Bill. By the way, Brad,
gotcha.
Bill's got to put an extra few dollars in the jar after that one.
Yeah, I saw that. My nephew sent it to me. He goes, dude, my nephew Bobby, who's a big Vikings fan. He goes, hey man, we just signed Terrell Davis. I'm like, huh? And he goes, well, here's the rest of the story. I'm like, okay, all right. So
but you know what? Hey,
so
he had a good career at Oklahoma State. He had transferred into Oklahoma State for his senior year in 2025. Had a really good year. Has an opportunity. Let's see what happens. I hope he makes the team. They added him to the 90-man roster and made a transaction to unfortunately release a player. So he's got a chance. Hopefully he makes the final cut. We'll see from there. And hopefully that's the last Minnesota Viking topic of the night.
Not exactly.
I thought so.
So, hang on a second. So go ahead and hang on.
I got a side topic. I got a side topic here for everybody because I got a little grief from one of my friends. So, side topic of yeah, I did that. So I had given you guys a good horse selection for the Preakness of Taj Mahal, who got out to the lead, had the lead. He was running well, came to the top of the stretch, and just didn't have it. But the race got set up exactly as I thought. No one made a run.
Came in second, though, right? Came in second?
Came in third.
Did you win any money off the third or no?
I didn't make a profit, but I won a few dollars. Okay. So let's just say this, didn't lose as much. But you know what? There were two other horses who were per se speed horses, had experience on this track. Guess where they finished? First and second. So I'm sorry I couldn't give you a winner. I gave you somebody who was in the money. So I get did I do that? Yes, I did. I'm sorry. But I'm getting ready for the Belmont that's coming in a little more than 2 weeks. That is going to be a fun race where we're going to see monster closers coming from the back of the pack, especially on that Belmont dirt surface, which it's a long straight run from the top of the stretch all the way to the finish line. Usually for a mile and a half, it favors the deep closers. So we'll see. It's going to be a great Belmont race. Preakness, I wish this is the big situation with regards to horse racing is debunking tradition. If you want to be considered a Triple Crown winner, you have to win the Kentucky Derby, 2 weeks later win the Preakness, 3 weeks later win the Belmont. The horses don't run that frequently at this high level right now. So to find another Triple Crown winner, it's going to take a super special horse who's versatile, and can run in different ways, shapes, and forms. So, welcome to the modern day of age of horse racing, where the horses at the high levels don't run as much. And that's why you're seeing a lot of the horses who did well in the Kentucky Derby skip the Preakness and come back for the Belmont in 2 weeks. So
True.
there's the did I do that? Sorry.
Okay, now are we ready for the third Vikings topic? Vikings topic. Hey, this is a Bronco connection. All right, this is a Broncos connection, and I'm going to get to where I need to get to make sure that I have all. There we go. All right, here's a Broncos connection. You ready? Here it is.
Let's hear it.
All right. The Minnesota Vikings are searching for their next general manager, and it may come from the Broncos. Here it is. Vikings have requested in person a second round interviews, and also a possible third round interview with Broncos assistant general manager Reed Burkhardt. Among Burkhardt are 4 other candidates. Current interim general manager of the Vikings, Rob Brzezinski, Bills assistant general manager, Terrence Gray, Rams assistant general manager, John McKay, and Seahawks assistant general manager, Nolan Teasley. The reason why the Broncos are going to have, or I should say, Reed Burkhardt is going to get a second interview and a possible third is because he is the right-hand man to George Paton. And George Paton is most likely going to give him accolades to get that position in Minnesota. How coincidental that we get George Paton a couple, 2 or 3 years ago from the Vikings, and now they may take our assistant general manager. Do you like that move, Spence, or do you think we should keep him? I think we should keep him, but again, you don't want him to regret the fact that George Paton didn't give him any props.
Yeah, you can't hold down somebody who has an opportunity to advance in especially to a coveted position. I think if you held him back out of personal necessity or for just your own personal gratification, you might build some resentment, which I don't think you want. And there's a connection with the Minnesota Vikings. So you've got, I think, you know what? Let the process happen. If he gets selected, good for him. Now, it's why I'm saying this and why I'm saying I'm not as, no, it should be $2,000, Brad, that should be in the jar. Right
$200 in the jar because I mentioned him twice.
It's actually 3 times.
Dude.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have to put money in the jar too? What? What?
That's good stuff, man. That's good
No,
stuff.
but I think if it was going to some competitor in the AFC West or even the AFC, might put the kibosh on it. But since it's going to an NFC and it's not to a team that's on the precipice of seeing us in the Super Bowl, with all respect to your NFC favoring team, I think, you know what, you let him go and let him try to advance.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know exactly what an assistant general manager does? I mean, what's his capacity? I don't.
Well, no, a general manager has a team of everybody who, like assistant general managers, some people focus on player development, some people focus on finance and salary cap, some people focus on HR, some people focus on marketing. I'm not sure what this guy focused on in particular. Oh, one other guy focuses on legal and contracts. So it just depends on what aspect of effort that they're overseeing. It's like in a business, you have the director of business operations, then you have the managers who are taking care of the individual divisions. and then the employees. So that's kind of the tree.
When did I say yes? I gotta go back and watch it after the show. When did I say that? I don't recall. Oh, jackass!
Jackass.
Hey, speaking of that, guess what we got next?
Let's do it. Fire it up.
There it is.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Great segue. Well, you got to hit the. Hang on.
You suck, you jackass.
Spence, you got to do this first. Hang on.
Okay.
You got to do this. Hang on. You got to do this first. Where is it? You got to do this.
And then after we say, here they come.
You suck, you jackass.
Now, could it happen to a more deserving person of this particular team? Oh my gosh. All right.
Whoa.
Yeah, Madungus said
change.
because he texted me and he told me, he says, hey, this is supposed to be Avalanche Buzz. You took off the screen, and I never saw this one. I never saw this when I came in. That's why I didn't do it. Okay. Thanks, Madungus. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That was pretty cool. I like it. All right. Chiefs. Speaking of the most deserving team, Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has been sentenced to serve 30 days. That's it. 30 days in jail after testing positive for marijuana.
Maui wow.
Why? Isn't it legal everywhere? Isn't it, NFL, not in NFL, but listen, in violation of the terms of his probation for his role in a crash that left multiple people injured. This happened 2 years ago. Okay. Doesn't matter if it happened 2 years ago or it happened, 2 days ago. You violated your probation. I keep saying this all the time, Spence. Are these people brain freaking dead? Are they this stupid? You're going to throw away an entire career. You're going to throw away your reputation. You're going to throw away your freedom for 30 days because you're that stupid.
Oh, it gets even better, Bill.
Let me wrap it up by saying Rice is set to be released from jail next month, June 16th. My gosh, Spence, I don't get these guys. I absolutely don't get these guys. I know you said it till you're blue in the face that these guys think they're above the law. I get that. But at some point in time, doesn't somebody come along like their agent or their mentor or somebody and tap them on the head, tap them on the shoulder and go, hey, stupid, wake up. You're blowing your entire career. You're blowing your entire dignity and your reputation. I guess not.
No, and you want to know something? They don't have a mentor that they're ready to listen to. Rashee Rice is a lost cause. I mean, this was back in March of 2004 that he caused a major car accident on the freeway while driving nearly 120 miles per hour and stoned on marijuana. So he's
you can't be stoned to drive 120 miles an hour if you're Rashee Rice.
Well, he thinks he can do it and get away with it. And now, but that's not it. 2 months later, he was detained for punching a photographer at a nightclub in Dallas. Now, no charges were filed. He wasn't convicted on anything. He wasn't arrested. So somehow he avoided that. Then in February of 2026, his former girlfriend and mother to their children filed multiple physical assault complaints against him for the past 18 months. This guy is toast. He is done.
All right. Let me ask you this real quick before you continue. Does the NFL step in and ban him for the season?
Well, yeah, they can't, because all they are right now is accusations. Now, if he's
Wait, if he's in jail, that's not an accusation.
well, okay, for that. Whoa, what was that, honey? Oh, okay. The boss is here. So she was. There she was.
She would.
So
Yep.
So yeah, now that he's gone to jail and he's been accused and the judicial process has gone through its process, yeah, he's going to be suspended for a certain amount of time. It's what's going to probably happen is he'll serve his time, he'll get out of jail, he'll have to go to the NFL office and discuss it with them, and they'll come down with the penalties. I personally, I think at least a 6-game suspension, if not more.
Yep.
But Kansas City is now got to make a very prominent decision. He's in the final year of his contract. Is this his last year? Or are they going to find a way to go, well, he's a valuable asset, and turn the blind eye and be like, yeah, what case? What police activity?
Well,
This
let
guy-
me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You got Rashee Rice, you have Tyreek Hill, you have then you have the whole Travis Kelce, not that he's done anything wrong, but you have Travis Kelce and the whole drama thing with what's her face? What? I can't do that.
Cut the sum of B. No, I'm reacting to the chat
cut
message.
the sum of B.
Yeah, cut them.
I don't know. Oh, I get it. But my question is this: is it the players themselves? Is it the organization? Is it what is it about being on Kansas City that causes this kind of craziness?
You're elevated to a highest level of pedestal, and you get into this mentality that you can do anything you want to do, any lifestyle, any choice, and get away with it. And essentially, the organization is gonna basically protect you.
Now, do you think the NFL is also protecting or elevating the Chiefs to that standard, and then they think they can get away with everything? Think about it. You got Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce, you've got Taylor Swift, you got all these prima donnas out there, and all these, and the NFL loves it because it brings in the money.
This is the Kansas City Chiefs is the NFL's darling team right now.
That's why the Broncos are playing in Kansas City on week 1.
Yeah,
not in Denver.
And not in Denver, but this is Kansas City, where it seems like the referees know, oh, wink, wink, make sure they get away with everything in the fourth quarter. I know we've got a Chief fan or two that listen in to us, and they're going to probably chime in. But isn't it always coincidental that start of the fourth quarter? Oh, someone here says she's a Chiefs fan. Yep. Here's the Chiefs fan.
Oh, well, that's because she loves Taylor Swift.
Are you a Chiefs fan because you love Taylor Swift? You want to sing a little Taylor Swift for us? No. Yeah. And then you have my son who's a Chargers fan, just like you are, quietly and secretly. No. So and my wife takes the Raiders position. So we've got fans of all the AFC West teams.
We got a Raider topic coming up too. But before we do that,
Aiden,
before we do that,
do you want to come say hi to Bill? No, show off your championship ring.
Hey, give him the earpiece.
Hey.
Give him the earpiece.
Here.
Hi.
Hey, Aiden, congratulations on your championship, dude. Way to go,
Thank
man.
you.
Nice pitching. Nice out to get the championship. Let me see that ring. Put that up there by the sweet, dude. Hey, you got it around your neck like Jerry Rice when he puts his Super Bowl ring, hangs the Super Bowl ring around his neck. So there you go, man.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations, man. Congratulations. Way to go.
Yeah,
you.
and Pop and Sassy are watching too. Say hi to my parents. Amen to that.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good evening.
Yes.
Sweet. So we'll back out of the jackass of the week and we'll go to another jackass, but not of the week, but he's still a jackass. But we'll back out and we'll be right back.
I wish they would come for him.
You suck. You suck, you jackass.
In a way, that kind of worked out well. You suck. Maybe I should just do that. Just hit you suck and then back out of it. All right.
There you go.
Before we go into the next topic, we got the chat blowing up with 9 new ones. So you want to run down some of these? See. Madungus says he failed the drug test. He can absolutely be suspended. So there you go.
Yeah.
But he failed the drug test with his probation. Yeah,
No,
probation. That's not the NFL drug test, though.
No,
So how
no,
can he
that
be
was
suspended?
because he committed a crime, which is a violation of the player's contract with the
Yes!
NFL.
Hang on, real quick.
Yep. Score. Who was that? Who scored?
1-0 Colorado, baby.
Who's number 20?
Ross Colton. Ross Colton. I believe so. Yep, Ross Colton. Wow. Let me see how it happened. Hang on, guys. It's exciting. A shot. Oh, my gosh. Oh, what a beautiful rebound. It was a shot from the blue line that was a
he
rebound.
turned around and
Colton. Yep.
nice
Beautiful.
turn.
Up and over the left, up and over the shoulder. Oh, look at the fans up. Oh, my gosh. I would love to be there. Wouldn't you?
No,
No, you wouldn't.
not
No, not
the
outside.
Avalanche.
Hey, if I invited you to go to a game and paid your way, you wouldn't go?
If it was against the Kings, I'd go. Yes, I would go to a game.
Can you hear that? I don't want it to be too loud.
No,
I don't
I'm
wanna get in
watching
trouble.
it too.
I don't want to get in trouble. That was awesome. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Back to the chat. Bill, I must
Brad.
come clean about something. The Avs are my second favorite team because my heart belongs to the Boston Bruins. I'm so sorry. Hey, it's all good. Hey, you know what? We invite every type of fan. Okay, you can be a fan of whatever sport you like. It could be golf. It could be crochet. That's not sport, Bill. Cricket. It could be soccer. It could be whatever. I know that we don't talk those sports particularly, but I mean, you could be a fan of whatever. We invite you. That's what this is, an open forum. Although tonight it's Avalanche, bud, but hey, whatever. It's an open forum. We do it. We welcome it. And hey, Boston Bruins, man. Hey, I just want to tell you this. Okay, Brad, do me a favor. Answer this question. Were you glad that Ray Bourque won the Stanley Cup with the Avalanche, or were you disappointed that he went to the Avalanche? That's all I'm asking. I was ecstatic. I wanted Ray Bourque to win that Stanley Cup so bad in 2001, and it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Ray Bourque deserved to win a Stanley Cup. Too bad he couldn't do it in Boston, but glad he was able to do it in Colorado. It was so great to see him. He had tears. It was awesome. It was awesome. Madungus also followed up by saying, and Andy Reid's son and one of the Chiefs coaches. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
When Andy Reid's son got in trouble. So Yeah, it's
And
crazy, man.
and good comment by Mnadungus here. The organization drafts talent and ignores character.
There you go.
Though
That's the bottom. That's the bottom line.
that's the bottom line, but with some organizations instead of others, and it's going to come back to them. It really is.
I don't know if I understand this. You guys ever notice that the Chiefs and Mahomes mirror the Eagles and Mahomes of the Reid era?
I think
when Andy Reid was
trying
on,
to figure out a different quarterback.
huh?
I think he meant. Oh,
Oh,
all right. We've got an interesting character here. Here we go. Brando wants to make his official appearance on the show in a Bronco
skirt.
in a Bronco cheerleader outfit. Are
Hey,
you a Bronco fan?
put her face a little closer to the camera. I want to see that face. She's like, "Are you freaking kidding me? I got to be doing that shit. Look around, help me get this thing off of me." Oh my gosh, that is classic, dude. That is freaking classic.
That's Brando. Brando's got to make his appearance in any way, shape, and form.
Okay. Now we went from one jackass of the week to a jackass period. Just a jackass period. And here it is. This quarterback has signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, for up to $25 million, with his base salary being between $22 and $23 million per Adam Schefter. Rodgers, at the same time, did say this will be his last season in his NFL career.
Yeah, right.
Spence, explain something to me. Why would you sign this guy who could give a rat's patoot about winning anything when he knows this is his last year and he's getting 25 mil or up to between 22 and 23? Why would he even try? Who cares? He's a prima donna. He's fleecing the Steelers. Why did the Steelers give in to him? Why did they give in to him?
I think you just answered the question. It was basically all drama. This is not the Steelers of the 70s, 80s, and 90s that would not put up with this garbage. You've got a new coach. You've got a new leadership. You've got a new direction. And you've got a quarterback that's taking advantage of the situation. You know what? Oh, yeah, it was McNabb. You know what? It's laughable. And it's going to be a shish kebab show of drama week in and week out every week. And this is what Aaron Rodgers is all about. He's all about me, getting attention for me. Who cares about the team? It's about me. Honey, please don't do that to my camera. The boss is coming in here, knocking the camera all over the place again.
Hey, I mean, she is the boss.
I know she is the boss.
So
she just said she's not the boss.
Of course, she's gonna say that on live TV or live show. Of course she is.
Of course she is. No, but Aaron Rodgers, it is just a drama. How much more attention can he get? He and his staff, whether it's his sports agent or not, created all this drama. Well, I might retire. Well, I might not. Oh, the Cardinals want me now. And then Pittsburgh went, okay, we're going to sign you to this deal where you can get 10% more. If anybody wants to match it, go ahead and match it.
Yep. I agree. Man. Yeah, he's such a. I'm glad we did. You know what? It's as much as what's his face? Come on, Bill. Can't even think of that freaking freak either. As much as the drama that we had in Denver.
Oh, the virus.
Nathaniel Hackett and that guy. I'm glad we didn't get Rodgers. It would have been worse.
No,
it would have been worse.
It would have been a show. It would have been a soap opera that would have driven this.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Team.
That's what it was.
Sorry
about
the virus.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Now,
look, I'm just looking forward to when Denver goes to Philadelphia or goes to Pittsburgh. Why did I say Philadelphia? Anyways,
well,
goes
same
to
state.
Pittsburgh. Goes to Pittsburgh on the Friday after Thanksgiving and just give Rodgers, if he's still the quarterback, a beating that he deserves.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what backup do they have?
Pickens, I think it is.
Might be. Might be.
I think that's
might still be. Did they draft a quarterback at all?
I think they did.
If not, they're in trouble. Unless they just throw in the towel because there's a bunch of quarterbacks coming out next draft.
Oh, so, Mason Rudolph.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Now, we have an AFC West topic, and it comes from the Las Vegas Raiders. This is interesting. This is extremely interesting because I kind of wonder where like an old saying, where the tea leaves are lining up. Thoughts on Denver's record? Okay, we'll get in that after the first few games. Thanks, Welders Fence.
We'll come back to this after this topic.
What are the thoughts? Where's the mindset? Where's the direction going in the Raiders team? No, that's maybe possible. Ownership. Listen to this, guys. This is huge. Here we go. Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis has sold 25% of the Raiders to a group led by Silver Lake executive Egon Durbin. Listen to this. Once the transaction is finalized, the investment group is expected to control nearly 40% of the team from previous purchases. Oh my gosh. Guess who's also involved in the Silver Lake group? Tom Brady.
Yep.
Where in the world do you think this goes, Spence? Are they trying to compete with the Broncos when it comes to ownership? Or what is your thought about Mark Davis selling out 25% of ownership prior to the 2026 season to a group that Tom Brady is involved in?
So
does this bode well for the Raiders moving forward? Or what's your thoughts?
So let me correct you. Mark Davis did not personally sell any of his shares of the Vegas Raiders that he owns, but there was a 25% minority stake that was owned by the First Football Investor Group, who sold their 25% minority stake in the Raiders to Egon Durbin, who is the founder of Dell Computers.
Then why did it say that Mark Davis sold it off?
Well, controlling owner Mark Davis did not personally sell his shares.
But he allowed the other 25% to be sold. Okay.
He allowed the other 25% that was owned by another minority group to be sold. Now, supposedly the transaction, which blew my mind away, was valued at 9.9 billion for 25%. So you're telling me the Raiders are valued at 40 billion? Whoa. That's a big and high number. So,
Yeah.
but what's
Wow.
interesting is, Mark Davis is like his dad, is a control freak. He cares about where Al Davis wanted to win and have control and win. Mark Davis wants control and just wants money. He's not into winning. He's not into trying to become successful. That's why he's slowly selling shares and trying to get rid of his legacy and cash in. Tom Brady is trying to become an owner. He wants to be an owner, and he's partnered up with the founder of Dell, who has the financial backing to make a substantial stake and ownership claim in the NFL here of the Raiders. This is going to be an interesting direction for the Raiders. Until I will say this, until they can get rid of Mark Davis, the Raiders are ever going to be back on top, because he has controlling interest in day-to-day decision operations, day-to-day operation decision making. So where Tom Brady can come in and advise him and make suggestions on avenues or directions to go, Mark Davis still has the final say. And Raider fans, until you get rid of Mark Davis, yes, he was instrumental in getting you relocated to Vegas, although it lined his pockets really heavily. Until you get him out of the way from the decision making, you're not going to take that next step to Super Bowl greatness or championship greatness.
True. I saw that and I went, oh my gosh. I mean, is he really trying to back out? I knew it had everything to do with money. I know that.
Oh,
and that's why
that's Mark Davis.
Yeah. Yeah. So I knew that was the motivation. But you know what? If you think about it, the Raiders they have a lot of fans. They have a lot of fans everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, I'm at the golf course. I see guys walking up with Raider hat on, Raider shirt on, a Raider bag, Raider head covers. Speaking of head covers, they're our sponsor.
There we go.
They have all of these things, and it's the brand, and that's what he's playing on. And as long as people keep showing up, as long as people keep buying merchandise, as long as people keep supporting, all he cares about is that mighty dollar that's hitting his wallet every single freaking day, dude. It's exactly what he wants.
That's the difference between our ownership group and their ownership group. Yes, our ownership group values money and making financial successful decisions, but they're basing it off the success of the team, and the organization leads to a higher value of net return on your assets. Whereas Mark Davis is like, oh, the Raiders, and going off the legacy of the Raiders. I mean, what have they done lately? Not much. Yes, they did move to Vegas. They've got a great shiny new stadium. But now what have you done for us lately on the field? Yes, you've got an interesting draft. Yes, you've got interesting resources. Yes, you've got a new coaching staff. But how are they going to perform on the field come the start of the 2026 season? That's going to be the burning question. But
right,
I see Mark Davis leaning to get out of the way.
And let what? Tom Brady take over? How much does Mark Davis lady Costo? Oh yeah, that's right. He's got that young girlfriend, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's why he needs to sell. That's why he needs to sell some stock and stuff. He needs that $9 billion or whatever it is.
Well, no, that money isn't going to his pocket. It is going to the other minority ownership group who sold their interest, the Football First Investment Group. Now, Is
God.
Mark Davis going to get a cut of that? Yeah, of course, since he's the primary.
We know
owner.
Tom Brady is too. Wouldn't you think?
No, I mean a cut of the proceeds from the
Oh,
sale.
Got it. All right.
Because
Speaking of millions,
and hang on, before we do that, we had made a promise to Welder's Fence.
oh yeah,
Thoughts on Denver's record after the first 6 games? Yeah, I mean, brutal schedule. You've got the Chiefs home against Jacksonville, Rams on Sunday night, at San Francisco, at the Chargers, and versus Seattle. I'm thinking we go 3-3 or 4-2.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Who would we lose to? Rams,
Well,
Seahawks.
I have us losing to the Rams. I have us losing at the Chargers since we just cannot win
What?
at SoFi.
Come on.
Hey, I picked them to lose it. Just look at how they've lost
Yeah.
at the Chargers the past few years. And it's just, I have to pick it, but you just know that the Chiefs at home opening Monday Night Football, the NFL is
So
going to
you're-
want them to win.
So you're saying we beat Seattle?
I think we beat Seattle on a Thursday night, short week.
Wow.
They have to come in. Yeah. I think we
Yep.
beat Seattle
Okay.
because they're
So-
going to be it should have been Seattle, Denver in the Super Bowl. And the Broncos will be motivated to show Seattle, hey, guess who should have won the Super Bowl? Us.
Yeah, but us without Bo Nix, I don't think that would have happened.
Right.
I just don't think so. All right. Speaking of millions, and we talked about the other jackass, which is Aaron Rodgers, has got millions. Then you got Mark Davis, who's sold some. He's got billions. Now
For doing nothing.
exactly. Now we shift to the Rams. Rams quarterback just got a whole lot richer. Matthew Stafford agreed to sign a 1-year extension worth, I'm glad you guys are sitting down, $55 million. For 1 year? Oh, well, he won the MVP. Who gives a frosty crank? It's what have you done for me lately? Okay, Spence, you know this better than I do, and I'll continue on that topic in a minute. You know this better than I do. In business, do people always get raises for what they've done in the past or what they expect them to do?
People will get raises for what they've accomplished over the past, usually mostly 12 to 24 months. He did lead them to an NFC conference title game. He did lead them into the playoffs.
They didn't win a Super Bowl.
But here's the thing that makes me that I just question. This is going to put them in a serious salary cap situation where they've got to make some decisions now. If Matthew Stafford really cared about winning the Super Bowl, he would take a little pay cut so that they could bring in more defensive assets to help them out.
Well, it gets better. Listen to this. It gets better. He signed a 1-year extension worth $55 million, but this contract could actually be worth $60 million with incentives, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Oh my gosh. Is he really worth a possible $60 million? Seriously? Do you really think he's that good? And if he doesn't match what he did last year, that $55 million, possible $60 million is going to be a waste, in my opinion.
Well, let's do what any smart sports agent does. They get the list of the top 7 guys earning at that position. So you start with number 7, Jared Goff, making $53 million this year. Then Tua making $53.1 million. Then Jordan Love making 55 million, Trevor Lawrence making 55, Joe Burrow making 55, Josh Allen making 55, Dak Prescott making 60 million. And you're thinking, well, let's see. He's probably better than Jordan Love. He's probably better than Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, let's get him right there, slot him right there, 55 million. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, but what gets me is I don't even look at half of those guys worth that kind of money.
Yeah.
And look, and here, and I know that Bo Nix, and I'm not putting Bo Nix in the same category of 55 million as yet, but he did something that hasn't been done in 12 years in the last 12 years of the Broncos. He came in as a rookie, took us to the playoffs, and took us to the brink of going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's making pennies on the dollar.
Well, you know what? You got to take advantage of that rookie quarterback right now. And, you know, he's going to come 2028. He's going to be in line for the big bucks. So you got to take advantage of it if you're the Broncos right now. But
do you think
again,
do you think you should sign him at sometime during this year, extend him if the Broncos make the playoffs again?
Not this year, next year. Because
On
I wouldn't sign
year 4?
him right now. No, here's why I would not sign him right now is how is that ankle going to be? If he is able to fully recover from that and play up to his potential, then that makes him a more valuable asset. So I want to see what happens this year and halfway through next year because he's going to have that option in 2028. So let's see what we can do to maximize the value now, and we'll look at creating value for him down the road. It's going to be interesting to see if Bo Nix is going to be like, you know what, I want to be top 5 paid, boom, or does he want to have a legacy, keep me within the mid 15 to 10 range? I'll be comfortable with that. Get me assets that it's going to let me win an NFL and a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I'm going to on this particular subject we're on. What if Bo Nix's ankle, heaven forbid, causes him problems this coming year?
Then we go with your quarterback who you loved and wanted to start last year, Stidham.
I'm talking about long term though. What do you do?
Long term, you start over.
You draft a quarterback this coming year, or off season.
No. Let's see. Let's not think about that. Let's see what happens.
I don't want to think about it either. But whenever you're talking about a significant injury, especially something to do with your legs, I mean, heaven forbid, that's how these guys operate. That's how everybody operates. If you can't walk, you're in a wheelchair. If you can't run, you're not playing football. You see what I'm saying? So
I see it.
I mean, that's my point. That's my concern throughout this entire time with his ankle. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem, but hey, you know what? You can only do so much to repair what God created. So hopefully he'll be okay. Hey guys, what is up? Clayton Huron. What's up? Smash that like button and share, guys. I agree. And yes, the Avs can by Clayton. They can win, hopefully. Right now they're ahead 1-0. They just started the second period. 19 and a half minutes to go and an icing call. All right.
Keep going.
Man, what a long week. Nothing like topping it off with you guys. Clayton, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much. Denver Broncos for life, baby. Heck yeah, man. And
what, Bill? Brewers sweep the Cubs.
Avalanche game's on. So and we're up 1-0, so that's good. I know. And then the Cubs lost today to the frickin' Astros. We're on like a 5 or 6 game losing. I think it's 6 game losing streak. We won 10 in a row twice. And now we're on a 6-game losing streak. Well defense, Denver's running back room. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. That new kid we got from Washington Huskies. Oh, dude, that guy is he's already turning heads. He's already opening the eyes of the coaching staff, saying that this kid is a monster. He's a beast. He signed his contract, by the way. He signed his contract yesterday, I believe it was. And he said after he signed his contract, he said to the media, when do I get ready? Because I'm ready to go out there and do it now. This kid is anxious. This kid wants to be the main guy.
What's going to make this interesting running back room is you've got 3 different types of runners put together. You got Jonah Coleman, who's a smash mouth, wants to just get out there. You got RJ Harvey, who's got the quick speed, but hasn't quite learned how to balance it in the NFL. And you've got the experience with J.K. Dobbins and the smarts. So you've got 3 different types of running backs who's going to make our running game very unique and give it a lot of options. I'm excited to see how Coleman's going to blend in with this offense and what kind of havoc he's going to create in between those holes, between the 5-hole and the 7-hole.
Well, how about this? What if the Broncos, with the new offensive coordinator, Webb, how about this? You got 2 running backs in the backfield, not a fullback, but 2 legitimate running backs in the backfield. You have Waddle on the right one side. You have Franklin as a slot, let's say, and you got Cortland Sutton on the other side. How in heaven's name are they going to cover everybody? There's opportunities big time with this team. If Davis Webb can, and I was going to say excuse the pun, but I'm doing it on purpose. If Davis Webb can work his web into a fantastic offensive scheme plan with these receivers and running backs and tight ends and whatnot, oh my gosh, the Broncos could be something we have never seen since, in my opinion, since what's the name?
Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis, but who was the head coach? Mike Shanahan. Till Mike Shanahan's days in Denver. I really, really think that we're onto something with Davis Webb. I really feel that. I just hope that Sean Payton keeps his hands off of him. Let Davis Webb do what Davis Webb does, because he's real. Oh
no, you got Martin Nikas, who got a double minor for slash and tripping. So Vegas has got a 4-minute power play, but that just ended because Vegas just got a penalty for interference. Yep. Yeah, no, that was.
Oh, he ran into Luckinen.
No, that was
into Luckinen.
That was blatant.
Oh, it's 4-on-4. It's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Oh yeah, Echo. Let me turn this up a little bit. Tell me when it's too loud, because I can have it in the background. Tell me when it's too loud. Tell me when you can hear it comfortably. Right there, or lower?
Right there.
Lower.
Right there.
Right there.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to some.
It's just gonna be so many options that the Broncos have, and what I like about this is you got you got a second-year player and a rookie with the experience of J.K. Dobbins, and if these 3 can get onto the same page, quick, fast, in a hurry, it's going to make this running game a very deadly asset, which is going to then open up the passing game a lot more for Bo Nix.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And then, like I said, if you could get that running game going with this 3-headed monster, literally 3-headed monster, then like you said, it's going to open up the passing game. And Cortland Sutton's going to have a lot of opportunity. All right. We have 3 more topics.
3 more topics.
And it's all NFL related. So here we go, guys. And Spence, I know this is gonna what's the old saying? It's going to curdle your blood, or blood. It's going to get your blood curdling, or whatever. Whatever they call it. Anyways, turn that down a little bit so I can think. Here's the first of the 3 NFL topics. The NFL continues to push for more international games. Last Tuesday, the NFL approved the ability to play as many as 10 games away from the U.S. starting next season, 2027. 10 games, Spence? This is ridiculous. I understand that they want to market the product abroad, but when does it become too saturated? When does it become too watered down?
No, I think 10 games is pushing the boundaries. That's the first 10 weeks of the season. After that, when you start getting focused in the playoff mode, you shouldn't be having overseas. Now, if we have games overseas in December, when there's critical games and they have to get organized to go overseas, I think they're at a maximum right now. If they go 11 or 12, like, I'll give you an example. If they're probably not going to go up to Canada because the CFL has the property domains on that. Going to Mexico, okay, that's not that far of an international game. Anywhere further than that, and you have
Australia,
to worry about all
coming up.
But it's the logistics that is the
insane
issue of this. All the travel, getting all the materials, getting all the supplies, everything, security, all that. I'm all for expanding the visibility of the product, but not to a point where you dilute the stamina of the players at the expense of more money for the NFL owners.
Okay, so then that leads me into this next topic, which is literally going to blow your mind, because you just touched on it. You just touched on it briefly, but this is going to rattle your cage. Here we go. Eventually, the NFL is wanting to play an 18-game season as follows. Oh, Spence, I'm glad you're sitting down. Strap on your seatbelt, because if you don't get wound up on this, you know I am. Here it is. And I quote from the NFL. Every team will go to 18 games, 2 exhibition games. Every team, every year, will play 1 game outside of the United States. Part of the reason is to continue to grow the cap and keep our labor happy. End quote. Oh, no. My gosh. 18 games, 18 games, or 18 game season, 18 games out of the United States. Every single NFL team will play at least 1 game outside of the United States. Spence, you just got through saying you don't want to see it in the last part of the season. If that comes to fruition, we're seeing it on the last game of the season. I hate this. I think it's wrong. I think it diminishes, waters down the integrity of the NFL that you and I have loved and appreciated about this sport. Spence, if I say any more, I'm going to throw up. Continue.
Yeah, so the NFL was a 14-game season back until 1967, where they then went to a 16-game. There wasn't a lot of complaints or as much dismay by the players because the players didn't have as much leverage as they do now. Now they went going from 16 to 17 games. How many years did we hear about that? I mean, they started talking about that in the late 2009 season. Let's go to 17 games. And of course, once they approved the 17 game, how quickly are they going to get 18? Then how
Yep.
quickly after that are they going to get 19? How quickly
Mhm.
after that are you getting 20? The more games you have in the season, the more injury potential you're adding on to a team.
Mhm.
Look, 17, that's fine. Enough. 18, I
Yep.
see where you want to have it be equal and balanced. But if you go to an 18-game season, you're starting after Labor Day, and the season goes until the middle of January. And with the
February. Oh,
playoffs,
season. Yeah.
middle of January, and with the playoffs,
Yep.
and potentially, who knows, they might expand the playoffs to 16 teams. You're going until the end of February. Now I see
Yep.
what I see why the NFL wants to do that, because what prominent sports do we have in all of February? Well, you have the beginning of golf, not as prominent. You have hockey and basketball that's in
You-
mid-season
You,
form.
you said it's so sad. The beginning of golf.
You have my event, which I'm excited about, and the West Coast Swing. Yeah, Genesis Invitational. Woohoo! But
Okay,
you don't have
Maybe-
the you
maybe
don't
you did get a
have
large
the
side.
you don't have the major season for golf yet. You don't have college basketball playoffs and conference
Is it
tournaments
March?
start late February, first week of March. You have NBA and NHL that are in the middle of their season. So so I understand why the NFL is doing it, because they want to take advantage of the lackluster of sports, prominent front row in your face sports here in February. But when does it get to a point where you dilute the talent? And Welder's face, I agree with you. Why will they increase the roster size if they do 18 games? They have to. They're going to make
Yeah.
more revenue, so you got to be able to add more players, because there's a lot more risk that's going on.
I agree.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
An 18-game season's coming. You can't have one team make the playoffs that had 9 home games and another team that battled for a playoff positioning only have 8 home games. It's not fair, but it's what the NFL owners and players agreed to get to 17. But of course, you get to 17, and what's the next step? Well, we want to make it fair and equal, so let's get to 18.
Yep. So, oh man, just missed the second goal. All right. I apologize. I do have one more.
Season?
Oh,
You really want an
yeah,
18-game season? Oh,
you
you
want an
want
18? He wants 18 licks. That's
Do you
what
want
she
eight-
wants.
Do you want 18 cookies? Oh, do you want 18 cookies? Oh, you want That's it. Did mommy feed you, or do you need me to
By
feed
the
you?
way,
Okay.
guys, that's not his wife, Anna.
That's
just his
Brando.
pet. It's Brandon.
You
But he does get kisses from them too. So
say hi to Bill. Say hi to Bronco Bill.
what's up?
Well, okay. All right.
Okay, I do have to apologize. I do have a weird one at the very end. It's not, and it's sports, but it's not. It's NFL, but it's not, and the NFL. All right, listen to this. On the heels of the last 2 topics that I mentioned, which are the overseas and the 18 game schedule with a possible every team going overseas or outside the United States to play a game. Listen to this. The NFL could literally be shooting themselves in the foot and causing a massive, massive problem. I don't know if you've heard. I think you did your research on this too, Spence, but here it is. The NFL is used to getting their way. Now, the NFL wants to opt out early from its $111 billion 11-year deals with, are you ready for this? CBS, NBC, Fox, ESPN, and Amazon Prime, which was signed in 2021. Why? Well, here it is. The reason for the desire to opt out is the NFL is seeking to increase of roughly 50% or more from the media partners. Are you freaking kidding me? You just signed 111 billion. Now you want 50% more? Hang on. Here we go. The NFL believes its rights are undervalued. Seriously, ask any guy who pays for subscriptions to watch Sunday Ticket or to watch whatever one Prime Video, whatever it is. You ask the average fan if they're underpriced. B freaking S. I continue. Potentially, nobody will be except Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, and other streaming networks. Spence, that is going to eliminate the average fan base or the average fan from being able to watch their favorite team on any given Sunday because it's going to price it out of the market. Look at Sunday Ticket already. It's 300 some odd bucks for 17 games. And let's say the Broncos this season are on a prime time, what, 5 times, 6 times this year? So that means you're cutting it in half. You're paying $360 to only watch half the freaking games. It is wrong. I think I'm paying over $500 for the Sunday Ticket. Well, there's fed. See, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. They want the fans to support their business, support their sport. But Spence, they're marketing us right out of their pocketbook. Can they really be this naive, this stupid, or do they not care because it's all about greed?
They don't care because it's all about greed. And here's the potential that you run into. So, okay, you go away from now I don't remember, I couldn't find it exactly, but I know there was some government laws that were passed that a certain percentage of their games had to be on free TV, CBS, NBC, Fox, free broadcast TV. I think it was 50% at least. So what happens is you go to these streaming services and you get mega bucks. So what happens when these streaming services overpay for the NFL, but they don't get enough fans to support them? They go underwater. So now what happens? Well, the NFL has to come back to the networks, and networks are like, oh no, we're not paying that overpriced. We want to just keep our 50%. So do you go to another streaming service and bankrupt them? Look, the NFL, they're billionaires. Do they all want to be trillionaires? Really? It's that much greed that you cannot. I mean, I am happy with the salary I make. I am happy with the house that I'm able to provide for my family. I'm going to be happy if one of my stocks explode and I can make a few extra $100,000 so I can take care of my family. But I'm not looking to go from 9 zeros after a 1 to 12 zeros after a 1 for that much greed. What makes this sport go is the fan support. If you value this for the fans, you create more value for your wallets down the road. And if you go for pure greed right now, and I know there might be an owner who will hear this and it's like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've got all this to pay for. I've got all that to pay for. Great. You went from being a billionaire to 100,000 millionaire. Wham, 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 wham.
So my question is this: if they alienate the fans, they lose their money, period, because nobody will be able to watch. I mean, do they really want to turn this into a, quote, Super Bowl atmosphere where only the rich and wealthy can afford to watch the games? They're not going to watch it. They're busy with their freaking Maseratis and Lamborghinis and going to these extravagant balls and going to these, whatever they do. They're not going to be sitting back. all you have to do is watch a freaking Dodger game. When the Dodgers in the regular season, they don't get the rich and famous out there to watch the games, only in the playoffs. Why? Because they want to be seen. They want to be there. You're not going to get the average rich and famous person to go to every game. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. And that's the problem that I see with this whole thing that the NFL is doing is that, dude, they're what's the thing I'm supposed to be thinking of? They're cutting off their nose to spite their face. They're doing this is absolutely catastrophic to the NFL. It's catastrophic to you and me as fans. It's not going to benefit them. And I hope I'm wrong, man. I really hope I'm wrong. But I hope and pray that they don't go down this road, because I love watching Bronco games. I love watching my favorite team play. And if I cannot watch them because I got to pay $500 for 17 games to watch, I can't afford that. If we have to buy one more streaming service to watch the NFL, it's going to be that's my point. That's my point. Well, defense, that's my point. How can the NFL be doing this? Don't they see that the fans are the ones that pay them?
No, they don't. They do not care about the average Joe. They care about the extra zeros that can increase the value of their assets.
Get the extra zeros without the average Joe.
They don't.
You don't get it.
When you get to that higher level, you look at the bigger picture, not the smaller assets that increase the value of your organization. And that's this era of capitalism right now.
But
an extra zero to your net value assets is never enough. You got to go extra 2, extra 3, extra 4.
No successful business has ever been built from the top down. It starts from the bottom up. That's why a house is on a foundation. A house is not on a roof. A house is on a foundation. You got to have something solid to build upwards. And if they've gotten that stupid, I hate to see it. I really do.
What's up, Paul?
I don't know what they're making it.
What's up, Paul? How you doing?
What's up? Always late, but worth the wait. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Go back and watch the show. It's a really good show. You're probably wondering why it says Avalanche Buzz. Well, decided to change it up a little bit. We only had one little brief Bronco segment involving involving a assistant general manager of the Broncos. And the Avalanche are playing right now. They're winning 1-0. And there's a scuffle and a couple of pushing and shoving and sticks up in the air and that kind of thing. But Avalanche are winning 1-0. 6:52 left in the second period. And the Avalanche have to win this game to tie it up, the series at one piece. So that's why we changed it up just for tonight. It's the only Friday night that we have on the Avalanche playoffs, because next game is Sunday. Then they go to Tuesday, and then they go to Thursday, and then they go to Saturday. So thought we'd just do something different. Anyways, go Avs, kick some ass.
And Bill, we did have Denver topics. I mean, we talked about the assistant general manager of the Broncos getting a chance to interview for the Minnesota Vikings GM position. We talked about the running back room with the Harvey, Coleman, and Dobbins. We talked about Terrell Davis getting signed by Minnesota, the wide receiver.
But not that Terrell Davis. But
So
we did incorporate. And you know what? To be honest with you, we didn't talk a single thing about the Avalanche topic at all. All we did was just talk about the game being on, but that's all good. Spence, we're going to wrap it up with this last topic. It's not an NFL direct thing. It involves an NFL team. I'm shocked at this. And the only reason why I'm bringing this in here is because it absolutely makes 0 sense to me. 0 cents. But I'm going to throw it out there because I want your reaction. And any of you in the chat, feel free to comment as well. Here it is. According to Adam Schefter, the Bengals per draft kings odds makers have placed the Bengals to be favorites in 15 of their 17 games this season. The only two teams DraftKings said they're not favored is against the Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans, and Baltimore Ravens. Spence, have the DraftKings, have they been smoking too much over there wherever they are where it's legal? I mean, how in heaven's name can the Bengals be favored early on in 15 of the 17 games that they're playing this year, only underdogs to Houston and Baltimore? Makes no sense.
Well, let's quickly go through their schedule. They're home against the Buccaneers. They'll probably be favored. They're at Texans. They'll be spanked. They go to Pittsburgh. You're telling me that the Bengals are going to be favored at the Pittsburgh Steelers week 3, even with the chaos that the Steelers have? You got Jacksonville going to Cincinnati.
Jacksonville's going to kill them. Jacksonville's going to kill them.
You got Cincinnati at Miami. Cincinnati will be favored.
Yeah.
Cincinnati at Baltimore. There's no way they're going to be favored. Home against the Titans. No. Cincinnati at the Atlanta Falcons. Who knows? Bengals home against the Steelers. Maybe. Bengals at the Washington Commanders. Well, if the Washington Commanders play like they're supposed to be, there's no way they're going to be favored. Cincinnati home favored against the New Orleans Saints. Sorry, my friend Demarius. Cincinnati at Cleveland. No, Cleveland's going to be a home favorite unless they have a meltdown. Cincinnati home against the Chiefs. They're not.
Oh, Chiefs are going to beat them. Chiefs will beat them.
This is the one that I was like, you got to be kidding. Cincinnati favored at Carolina.
No.
Late in the season.
No.
Not seeing that one. And then Cincinnati late in the season favored at the Indianapolis Colts. No. And then Baltimore at Cincinnati.
Baltimore's
second
got
to
that
last
one.
week. Yeah. You know what? This is just, hey, let's get some attention on the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, hey, you want to pay us a little money to talk about your Bengals? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be favored in fit. Oh, you want to give us some extra? A few extra points if we talk. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals are going to be favored in what should we say? 50, 30? Oh, 15? 15 games. Okay, thanks. That's all it is. It's an attention getter.
Paul Shatter has an interesting question. Do you think Broncos have been developing one of these betweener guys into a weapon X? Drew Sanders or J.L. Skinner? Wow. Weapon X. That's a great question, dude. That is a really great question.
To be honest, Paul, I don't think we can answer that until we get to the preseason. I mean, there's probably something that's happening behind the scenes that we may not be aware of, but until we actually see them during training camp,
I would say probably if I had to choose between two, I would say Skinner.
Yeah, I agree. Even though Sanders is very
athletic.
But
like you said, like you said, Sanders is very athletic. So I don't know, man. That is tough. That's a tough question. That's a fantastic question.
Great question. We'll put it back up there. But what does everybody think in the chat? I mean, the weapons that are going to be on this team this upcoming year are just incredible. I mean, we talked earlier about the running back room where you got Coleman, who's going to be the big pounder. You've got RJ Harvey, who's got the speed and the agility, and you got Dobbins, who has the experience. And if these three guys get onto the same page, it's going to make that wide receiver core look like all-stars. or
Wow,
Pro Bowlers.
He follows it up by saying, Ellis, it's most likely that's obvious. Well, yeah, because he's the heir apparent, I guess, so to speak, or the one guy. But I'll tell you what, if you're 6'4" and you can catch a ball or you can knock over people or whatever, but then again, if you're athletic, I mean, I don't know. That is a fantastic question, dude.
That's
Really
a great
good.
question, and
I have to
would
applaud that. That's the best question of the night so far.
I would
Absolutely.
say this, Paul. Great thinking, but too early to make any kind of assessment on that right now.
Yeah, because we just gotta hope everything works out in the preseason and we can see some good things from all of them, and then hopefully when the preseason rolls around, that we can see some great some great progress from all of them. I really do hope it's a hard decision. I hope it's a really difficult decision, because then you know that all three could do it. All three could play. All three can be in that spot. So you don't have a drop off should somebody unfortunately get injured or have a bad game or something. So yeah, I hope all three of them. I hope all three of them really do shine and do extremely well. Spence, that basically wraps up this week's Avalanche / Broncos buzz, or Broncos / Avalanche buzz. So if you want to run down the list of those who were so generous and putting their comments in the chat, greatly appreciate it, my friend.
You know what? If I had known this was going to be Avalanche buzz, then I'd have more beer so I can have an avalanche of beers to celebrate this great show. So thanks, guys. Can't wait. Appreciate it, Paul. Just a short list for tonight. So Brad, thank you so much for checking in. Appreciate you being part of the show. He's a big Avs fan, even though he also loves the Boston Bruins. So go Avs. Graham, go Avs too. Thank you for being a part of the show. Victory Lap. Yo, Victory Lap. Thank you for being a part of the show. Madungus, I guess, was talking about failing a drug test. Oh, you mean someone else failed the drug test, not you. Okay. All right. Welder's Fence. Hey, thank you so much for your comments. Really appreciate you being part of the show. Clayton Huron is a Brewers fan. You know, the Brewers, according to my mom, are up 5-0 against the Dodgers right now. Paul Shatter, never late.
Wow.
Paul, you're never late. You're always on time. And Mom and Dad, thank you for chiming in and being a part of the show. Sorry I couldn't get to all your texts tonight. And a big thank you to my son and my daughter who jumped in to be a part of the show, and Brando with his Broncos cheerleader outfit. Bill,
Kisses and the kisses.
And the kisses. Bill, take us away to a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
All right, guys, thank you so much for always being in the chat, always supporting us. Speaking of supporting our sponsor, real quick, once again, let me pop this up if I can. Real quick. Gotta get to it real quick. The QR code and the oh shoot, is that what did I do wrong, Bill? What did I do wrong, Bill?
No, there you go.
No, I got a banner. There we go. Okay, so here, go to Sluggers Golf. It's owned by Jeff Call, fantastic guy. Next week, this is an NFL, an authentic NFL football made into a golf head cover for a driver. Next week, I'm going to debut a baseball glove that he made into a head cover. Guys, go to Sluggers Golf. You won't be disappointed. Fantastic quality, amazing workmanship. Father's Day is around the corner. You've got graduation. You've got anybody that you may know that's into golf. Please go there, check it out, and make sure that on the checkout that you type in Broncos Buzz in the message section, and you will get a discount. Really, really do appreciate it. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. Thank you so much for indulging into our little twist tonight called Avalanche Buzz, because the Avalanche are playing. And I really do appreciate the fact that you guys are here each and every week. Have a fantastic Memorial weekend. Memorial Day this coming Monday. Have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, guys. We look forward to seeing you all in the chat and all of your comments. Till then, guys, Spence as well. You have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, you and your family. We will see you next Friday night. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flight miles. So